As a business owner, I'm sure you're aware how important it is to be growing your email list and be emailing your people on a regular basis. But how exactly do we do this, and how do we connect it to our website? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the Kadence blocks to recreate this awesome mockup I did, and how to add a simple opt-in to the bottom footer of your website using the Kadence form block and the Kadence theme. Hi, I'm Nicola Tweed, and on my channel, I share the best WordPress website and business tips to help you create an online business that you love. So if this is something that you want more of, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Now, before we begin, there are 3 things you need in order to build an awesome opt-in. So the first is some kind of email marketing software. So that could be something like Mailchimp, MailerLite, ActiveCampaign, or ConvertKit. Now I'm going to be showing you how to use the pro version of Kadence to link Mailchimp, but you can use other mailing software to achieve this same result. The second thing you'll need is an opt-in or a freebie, something that you can give away in exchange for someone's email address. So that might be a PDF guide, a 3-part video series, or a meditation. And then the third thing is you need to add an opt-in box where your user can sign up on your website. And this is exactly what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this tutorial video. So let's dive on in, and I'm going to be showing you how to use the Kadence blocks to create an opt-in on your Kadence WordPress website. So here I am on my dashboard. It's a fresh, clean installation of WordPress. Under Appearance Themes, I have the Kadence theme installed and activated. And then under Plugins, I have the free Kadence blocks, Gutenberg blocks for page builder features plugin installed as well. Now, as I mentioned before, I am going to be showing you how to link your form to Mailchimp. For those purposes, you will need the pro version of Kadence blocks, and further down the line in this tutorial video, I'm going to be showing you how to install that plugin and how to link Mailchimp. But for now, we're just going to be using the free Kadence blocks plugin. Okay, so let's look at the mockup that I created. It's a simple mockup with a row background, an image, some text, and then a form or an opt-in where you can put in your name and your email address and download a PDF. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to create a graphic much like that. And what I like to use is Canva to do this. So Canva is a free tool. They do have premium versions and featured things that you can do on it. So I use the pro version, but I'm sure you can recreate this in the free version as well, or use a tool like pixlr.com to create a simple graphic like this. So what I did is I came to canva.com, and then in the search bar, I typed in PDF mockup, hit enter. Then I found this girl boss routine here. This is just a simple template that you can use. It is a pro version, so you can always find a free version for you to use. I clicked on that. And then all I really wanted from this graphic was this mockup. So what I first did was I clicked File at the top here. I created a new design. I did a custom sizing. So I did about 800 pixels by 800 pixels. I created a new design. And then I came back to the original one, just copied this and right click and pasted it in there. Okay, and it's quite a nice big size. And then I clicked share and download. And then I made sure that I downloaded it with a transparent background, because in my mockup, I do have the image on a colored background. Okay, so I'm just going to save that as opt-in graphic. And remember to use a tool like tinypng.com just to make sure that the graphic is a smaller size and does not slow down your website. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how to recreate this mockup onto a page on your website. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to head to your WordPress website, go to pages and add new, or click on the page that you would like to add this form to. In recent times, Kadence has updated. So instead of using rows in this tutorial video, I'm going to be using sections. So I'm going to start off by creating a section. So I'm going to click section, and within that section, I'm going to create another 2 sections. And I'm going to make sure that the flex align settings are set to horizontal. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to click on this list view. I'm going to make sure this section is in this top section. So you've got your main section and then 2 below that. Okay, and then the flex align settings for the main section, the main container section, should be set to horizontal, and then you will see these 2 will be side by side. Okay, so you can see in our markup, we have a row background color, and then we've got the image and then some text and the form. So what we're first going to do is we are going to change the background settings of our main section, and we're going to add in that light pink color, and I've saved the hex codes in a notes document. So I'm just going to copy those and pop them in there, and you'll see that the background color changes. We're then going to click on this and add the advanced image block. We're going to select the image, and we are going to select a file or drop a file from our desktop. So we'll select that image, and then on this side we are going to then add in a heading block. So we're going to add in the advanced text, and I think it says girl boss morning routine. Okay, and we are going to center align that. We're going to change the font sizing and the colors. So I've got the font sizing there. There is the blue color. It's the wrong color. Okay, so there is the blue color. We're going to make sure it's 40 pixels. And then in our advanced typography, that's where we are going to choose the right font family. So it's Abril, Fat Face, and there we go. Okay, so after that, then we're going to click enter, and we are going to add in some more advanced text, and that's just some paragraph text that we are going to add in. So we will right click, paste and match style, and then we will change that to a paragraph, make sure it's center aligned, and the font sizing is 18 pixels. Now we're going to move on to adding in the Kadence form. So we'll click on here and click on form. And we are slowly going to go through this Kadence form and show you exactly how it works and what you can use it for. So the Kadence form can be used for as a contact form on your contact page, or it can be used for marketing purposes to create an opt-in. Now, when we click on this Kadence form, on the right hand side under the block appearance tab where you change the settings, there are a lot of drop downs. So to explain, these first drop downs above this blue add field is all the fields that are included on your form. So you can see you can add more fields. So if on your contact form you want to add in what is the date of your wedding or what is your budget, etc., you can add in those fields. But for marketing purposes, we are only going to have name and email. So these first 3 drop downs are where you change the settings of those fields. The next drop down there is actions after submit. So what exactly is going to happen after someone submits this contact form? Does it get emailed? Is it redirected to the PDF, or does it get added to Mailchimp? So that's where we change those settings. Then we've got our email settings of exactly what happens, where does that email go to? So you can put in those details there. Then you've got some spam protection here. So your Google reCAPTCHA, that's where you set that up to make sure that you aren't getting any spam emails in your contact form. And then these next couple of drop downs are how you style it, how you make it look exactly how you want it to look. So let's go back to the mockup. The mockup has two fields. It's got a name and an email address, and then it's got a button that says download. We can also see the name field is 50% and 50% for the email address and full width for the download now. And we can also see that the labels are inside the field and not outside. Okay, so let's start to style this. So the first thing we are going to look at is the fact that we don't have a message there, so we want to delete that. So we simply click on message, we come here to the top right and we click remove field. Now, once we click remove field, we can see the message settings has been removed there. If we want to, we can always add that field back in by clicking on the plus icon. Okay, so now we are going to come to this name and change the settings here. We want to put name inside the field and we want to make this 50% and the same as the email address. So we are going to click on name here. We're going to come to name settings. We are going to hide the field label and we are going to change the placeholder to say name. So that puts name inside the field box. We're then going to scroll down and we want to change the column width to 50%. And then we want to do exactly what we've done here under email settings. So we'll click on email settings, we'll hide the label, we'll put an email address here, and then we will change the column width to 50%. Okay, so now we have kind of start the name and the email settings. Now we're going to look at the button here. So the first thing is to change the text. You simply click on it and then you can start writing that. So it says download now. And then we want to come to our submit style. So that's our button styling. We're going to click on that drop down box and we are going to make that full width. And then we are going to change the button background color. So I'm going to come here, get my yellow color. I'm going to pop that in here. And the other thing I want to change is just the border radius to 0 pixels. Okay, so remember you have the normal color and then the hover as well. So if you want to change what the submit button hovers to, you can change that by clicking on this tab here, so the hover tab, and changing the hover background color to maybe this color. Okay, now let's give this an update and have a view what it looks like on the front end. So I can open that link in a new tab and we can see that that styling is really starting to look a lot like our mockup. Okay, so the other thing you might want to do is just add some spacing in between here. So we can look here and that's where we look at our sections. So our main section here, we can come to our padding and our margins and maybe just add some padding to the left and the right. And we can do the same with each of these. So adding some padding to the left and the right here. And likewise with this section as well. Padding here and there, and clicking update and then refreshing the page, and that looks a whole lot better and looks a lot like our mockup. We might just want to change here, this is white and white, so let me show you how you do that. So we will come to our form, so click on our form. We will then go to our field styles and we're going to look at our border color. Okay, and just changing the input border to white, the border radius to 0. So now that we have our opt-in looking exactly what we want it to look like, now we need to make sure that it is functioning correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our layout, and what we're going to be looking at is the actions after submitting. So as you can see, there are many different options that you can choose from. You can get it emailed to you. So if someone puts in their name and email address, you'll get an email with their name and email address. You can also redirect that. So for example, this people want to download a PDF, I can redirect them directly to that PDF guide or to a page where they can download the PDF. You can link it to MailerLite or add them to your Fluent CRM list. And if you have the pro version of Kadence blocks, then you can link it to things like Mailchimp, database entry. You can use an auto-respond email or webhook. Okay, so send the form information to any third-party webhook. Okay, and I'm going to show you now how you can install the pro version of Kadence and how to link it to Mailchimp. Okay, so if you only have the free version, what I recommend is going with the email. And what we're going to do for this is we are going to redirect it. Okay, once you click on redirect, then you'll notice there will be a redirect settings here. And this is where you can pop in the link for the PDF or the page that you have created. So I am going to save this. I'm going to come back to my desktop. I'm going to go to plugins and I am going to install the pro version of Kadence and link this opt-in to my Mailchimp account. Okay, so now that I have installed and activated the Kadence Pro version, I can head back to my page and I can edit that page and start to link my form to Mailchimp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Actions after Submit, click on that drop down, and then you'll notice that the Mailchimp box here doesn't have the Pro version anymore, so you can click on that box and then you can click Update. Okay, so once you have clicked Update, you can scroll down and you'll now see a Mailchimp settings at the bottom here. And this is where you are going to head to Mailchimp and get your API key. So in order to get your API key from Mailchimp, you need to log in. You need to head to your user account here. So you can go to your profile. And then you're going to come to Extras, click on the drop down and click on API keys. Once you're in API keys, you're going to click Create a Key. And you're going to scroll down. You can see the key that we've created here. And we're going to copy this. We're going to go back to our WordPress website and we are going to paste that API key in there and we are going to click Save. Once we click Save, we'll be able to select our audience. So there is my list and my audience, and then I can select which group or which tag I would like to add people to. So let's select a group, general mailing list. If I want to, I'm just going to click on that tab. And then what I need to do is to make sure that on my sign up form on Mailchimp, it has these specific fields. So I need to map the name field to the first name and I need to map the email to the email. Now, once I'm done, I can click Update and then I can head to my website and I can test out this form. And I'm going to click Download now. And you can see it has been a success. And if you want to, you can change the color background and this information by coming back to your editing and coming back to your form. And you'll see this message settings here. And this is where you can change the success message. You can also change the backgrounds and the font colors as well. So let's just change this to be transparent. This is the color. Let's change it to that. And the background to be transparent. And this to also be transparent. And then we can click Update. Now what we want is we actually want to make sure that the redirect settings have been redirected to a PDF guide. So I'm going to just find a simple PDF and upload it to my media library, and then I'm going to put in that URL there. So I have created my PDF guide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my media library. I'm going to click Add New, and I'm going to upload my PDF there. Okay, so it looks to me like I might have to upload that again. Let's try that from here. There we go. There is our PDF guide. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to click on that PDF guide. I'm going to copy the URL to a clipboard, come back here, and I'm going to paste that in here. I'm going to click this submit here. Okay, and then I'm going to click update. I'm going to come back, have a refresh of this, and I am going to pop in my email address again. Click download now. And then that is going to redirect me to my PDF guide. Okay, so now that I've shown you how to create a simple opt-in like this that redirects to your PDF, I'm now going to show you how you can add an opt-in to perhaps your footer or to the header of your Kadence WordPress website. So what we need to do is we need to come to our customizer here in the top left. And then we need to scroll down and we need to open the footer builder. Now, if you're not sure how to use the footer and the header builder, then there is a video I have done before and you can refer to that video, which shows you how to customize your footer and your header using the Kadence footer and header builder. So we're going to click on this element here, and what we want to do is we're going to use the Kadence block, the Kadence form block. We're going to add it in here, and we're going to do exactly what we've done on the page, style it, link it to Mailchimp or link it to wherever, and redirect it. So what we'll simply do is we'll click on this. We'll then choose a widget, so whichever widget is available to you. So I'm going to click widget 1. Once I've clicked on widget 1, I'm going to click on the settings here. It just welcomes you to the block widgets. I'm going to say got it. Then we're going to add a block, and what we're going to add is the form block. And you can see that already adds that in. And for this purpose, I'm only going to have the email label and field and not the name and not the message. So click that. And then we can get to it and start styling it. Now, what we need to do to style it is click on these options. So these 3 drop downs here, and we are going to click show more settings. And this is where we start to style it and to make it look exactly how we want it to do. So I'm going to go through this. Okay, so there we go. I have added that into the footer of my website. Of course, I can just move that around if I want by clicking on it and dragging it there, and then just clicking publish. And if we head to the website, let's just head to the website and have a look at that. There it is there. And if someone pops in their email address, that is then going to redirect them to the PDF. Okay, so that was the process of using the Kadence Forms to create an opt-in on your WordPress website. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial video, and be sure to check out all my other Kadence videos which show you how to amend and edit the headers and footers.